boys and girls. I've missed seeing all of you. So apparently last week Elmo took over, and I hope you had a lot of fun learning about how to celebrate God's goodness every day. This week we're going to talk about building. Well, you might ask, building what? What building? Now Exodus 25 to 31 tells of a special place, a special tent. The Israelites didn't live in cities like we do now, remember? They were at the wilderness and they lived in tents themselves. It was kind of like camping all year long. After God and his people have set on their important agreement, which was called the covenant, then God gave them a special building project. The tabernacle is a place where God is going to meet with his people. Now, I started to wonder, does God need a place to live? Does he need like an extra special tent all to himself? Now, we know from the Bible that the entire earth is like God's footstool. The heavens can't contain God because he's so big. So why does he tell the Israelites to build a tiny tent for him if he's so big? Well, it was for them more than it was for God himself. As the Israelites continue to live in the wilderness, God was showing them more and more of who he is and what he is like. The design of this tent is meant to tell the Israelites how special and how unique God is. God is holy, he is perfect, and he is mighty. He's different from people. He's like a royal king that deserves our utmost respect. But yet God is also like a father. He's like a father who wants to be with his children. He wants to love the Israelites and want to always be loved by them. So here comes the tent. The tent was where the people can come and get closer to God, and that God was going to meet them. That's why the tabernacle is also sometimes called a tent of meetings. All the details on the exact measurements and materials are given in 7 long chapters, and that is just to tell you how special God is, and that a place of meeting for him needs to be a special one as well. Now, talking about special, I've had a special pair of hands to help me draw out this tent so that you can see it. Let's get to it. God's special tent. It is a long rectangle with 4 sides. It had a place where people can go in. Then there's a smaller rectangular space, which is the tent. The tent has 2 parts. The first one is the most holy. This is where the ark is. The ark is a special box where they kept the stone tablets of the law inside. The second part of the tent is the holy place, which first has the altar of incense. This is the place where they can burn spices and perfumes that smelled really good. On the side, there is a lampstand made of gold. This is going to light up the tent. There is also a table opposite of it where they were to put 12 new breads every day. This is the table of the bread of presence. This is not breakfast, lunch, or dinner for God. The Israelites had 12 tribes, and each bread represented each group. And they did this to remember that God was providing for the whole nation. Out in the courtyard, there is the bronze bowl for the washing and the altar for burning offerings where people brought their gifts to God. This was a special place indeed. God is a great designer, and he made the plans for this place so that every corner had a special meaning. The point of all of this, you may ask, God wants to meet his people. Boys and girls, have you ever thought that God, the great builder and the creator of this entire universe, stars and galaxies, mountains and sea, would want to meet us every day? That's the kind of Father our God is. He's not too busy with work or meetings, but instead, he had a special place set aside for his people to meet with him and to know him more. When God made this world, he wanted to be with us. What about us? Do we have a special place to meet God? Yeah, we may not have to build a tent, but I wonder where God will meet us today. In your bedroom? In the basement? Or in the park? I think that when we set time every day to think about God, to ask him questions about things that we don't understand, and to listen and to say what he says, that's where he'll come to meet us. It's not so much about the place or the building, it's our hearts.
Alright, you know the drill, it's map time. Obviously, we're drawing our map today. A few dotted lines upward, and you know where we're going. Draw in a red dot. Then we're going to draw a box, like a square. Then we're going to draw some lines to fill the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like this. Then we're going to draw a slant line on the top of the box from left to right. Then we're going to do that from the right side as well. We're going to draw a tent. Connect the lines to make a flat square on the side. And make sure you go over the slant lines to make them longer. Draw some small rectangles to make it look like the base points of the tent. There you go! Remember, our God is special, and He'll meet us when we get ready for Him. Take time this week or today to think about Him.
Thanks for joining me this week, and I'll see you